You remember Henry Cavill, the guy who kind of got screwed in The Witcher because the directors decided to just, or not the directors, the writers decided to just really go off script, not off script, but you really go off like the path that the game script, the game's story paved, and they decided to make things a lot different. And so Henry Cavill kind of got backseated, and he kind of had to just go through these terrible seasons of The Witcher. But anyway, everybody stopped watching. Not everybody. Obviously, there's some people, small minority of people out there watching that kind of shit. Shit. But anyway, Henry Cavill is now he's being called creepy for setting boundaries with a co-star. I don't get it. How can you be called creepy for setting boundaries? Wouldn't that be, you'd think that'd be more respectable? Unless the co-star had problems with it because she didn't like the boundaries that he set. Let's check out the video. This video is by Altiori, something like that. And it's titled "Henry Cavill is creepy for setting boundaries with girl co-star." And as always, links will be in the description below. Let's get it.
I didn't know why this made news, but apparently people were talking about it on Twitter, and I watched the movie Enola Holmes. It was okay. I like anything that Henry Cavill is in because it feels as though it is very rare to get a person who is passionate about their work, who is professional, and a great actor.
For those of you who are at home or whoever just listening, the title of the article she's looking at says Millie Bobby Brown shares wild boundaries Henry Cavill set, and people don't know how to feel.
And Henry Cavill is that. So this article says that Millie Bobby Brown has shared some boundaries Henry Cavill set while filming together for Enola Holmes 2 and is causing a massive debate. And I'm so confused as to why this would cause a massive debate.
Right.
The one thing I'm seeing is that people are being very understanding and also outraged that this should even be news that an adult is being appropriate with someone who was considered a child at the time of filming. On this post from X or Twitter, it says, Millie Bobby Brown says that when she worked with Henry Cavill, she was only 15 at the time and he wanted to keep their—
Hold up, isn't Millie Bobby Brown the chick that did the interviews? Like, I think the one she did, that one with Drake in bed. I might be tripping. Oh no. That's a stranger shit thing, bro. Y'all gonna hate y'all. Some of y'all might. Some of y'all might be mad at me. I stopped watching Stranger Things after season 1, so probably why the name didn't sound familiar to me, or sounded familiar, but I didn't know who it was. Anyway, let's get back to the
relationship strictly professional. In an interview, Millie explained that Cavill had terms and conditions, joking that whenever she tried to ask about his personal life, he would quickly shut it down with a simple "Millie, no." To which she replied, "Understood." She said she actually respected that a lot, describing him as someone who was naturally more private and reserved. For me,
right, like I feel that. Like sometimes people, even like me, bro, introverts, I don't like people knowing my business. I want them to know what I want them to know when it comes to like my personal life. Feel me? The only problem is that sometimes I'll tell a lie and then I don't like when people spread that lie, and now I was like, oh, this motherfucker. Anyway.
me personally, I love private and reserved people and men. Like, that just, for me, I don't know if it's because, yes, my husband is one of them, but it also speaks to a sense of maturity.
Shout out to private and
even
reserved
still,
people.
like,
They're
if you
awesome.
have people that, you're close with and you want to share things, I can completely understand that. But if you choose not to share, it shouldn't be newsworthy, especially if it is a relationship between an adult man and a minor. Like, can we just say it? Because everybody's been saying it. Men get a really bad rap if they even freaking breathe. And there are a lot of horrible people out there that legitimately do these things. But there are men that have been accused of doing these things and they did nothing. I bet you if he did have a decent relationship with her that was still proper, she would somehow, I'm not saying she personally because I don't know the woman, can't really blame me for assuming because we've seen a lot of other stories where women have taken advantage of that to say, he did
True.
this to me. I want to
True.
be your friend. Let me be your friend. Yeah, no thanks. Oh my god, I felt so attacked, and the fact that he said no ruined my sense of self and damaged my mental health, and because of that, he SA'd me. That's how I felt. Or even
You know how many like I agree with her because but you know how many like male streamers will have done absolutely nothing and they'll decline a girl's advances. And that girl gets so pissed that she tries to talk shit about the streamer or actually does some type of false accusation or some shit just because they're mad. And it's like, bro, you can't say you know somebody just because they look like they wouldn't do some type of shit. You feel me? And just like she said, Millie Bobby Brown probably isn't the type to do that kind of thing. But if Henry Cavill did have a friendly, completely platonic friendly, less friendlier than Drake type of, way less friendlier than Drake type of friendship with Millie Bobby Brown, then we don't know that if she would have been like, oh, he was flirting with me all the time. No, it could have been a completely different headline if Henry Cavill wasn't always shutting that down. So let me know what you think in the comments below about that. Was he, is he right to continue doing that? Obviously, in my opinion, he is. Or is he wrong? Do you think Millie Bobby Brown is the type to place a false accusation? Or do you think she's not? I mean, you might think she's not, but maybe she's waiting for her chance and that's why she was trying to bait Henry Cavill. I mean, he's already been facing some type of backlash for things that he did in The Witcher. You know what I'm saying? He just caught in crossfire type shit. But anyway,
situations like, man, I'm thinking of ordering from some DoorDash. I'll make sure I put no contact, just leave it at the door, and I'm feeling kind of tired right now, so I'm gonna lie down. Oh
y'all
my
remember
god,
this?
the door looks like it's open. Let me walk inside and start filming. Oh my god, there's a guy who's passed out on his couch with his pants down. Let me film it and disseminate it to the entire world, putting his nakedness out there after I've come inside his house when I was told to put his order at the door and walk away, but I decided to be nosy and look inside and see that and make myself the victim because even though he's sleeping in his own private abode that I was told to just leave
God
alone
damn.
and walk away from,
She's still going.
I'm the victim. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. His life.
Oh my god, bro. Do y'all remember that bit? Like, come on now. The instructions were to leave the food at the door, not enter at your own risk, not enter at your own will, not please come in and deliver my food to my bed, to my couch. No, bitch. Put the shit at the door and walk away. But you pushed that door open. You know it was because like a lot of people say it was cracked and it was still closed all the way, and she pushed it open. But some people say that it was already wide open. People are still divided on that. But apparently, like the CCTV, not the CCTV, the Ring doorbell or whatever, apparently, it shows footage of her pushing the door open. But anyway,
needs to be ruined. Only for the guy to wake up the next morning and realize that all over the internet are clips of him naked in his house, just all over the place. And if it had not been for the cameras, we don't know what would have happened. They would have just believed her and his life would have been ruined. And the interesting thing is, even though there was proof and video footage, there are still people out there somehow blaming this guy, saying that he knew and he wanted to do that. So that's why it's annoying that when I see articles like this, they're acting all shocked and everything, and people are making it a debate. Who exactly is debating this? Everyone should be praising this, especially now with what could happen to men. Someone here said, people praising Henry Cavill for setting boundaries with Millie Bobby Brown is strange. Being professional with a minor on a film set like Enola Holmes isn't exceptional. It's literally the standard everyone should follow. Maybe it's strange for people in Hollywood because that's something they don't do. We've seen so many posts come out with how they talk to Justin Bieber and how they talk to other children right out there in the open, and it's completely allowed. They're like literally thirsting over him or some other kids, and it's just like, these are grown people and they know what they're doing. It's not like, oh, you're such a handsome little lad, or oh,
it was like soft launching PDFs type ish. Like it was like Hollywood was trying to soft launch that shit, which is why those adults were talking to those children in those type of ways on camera, and also why the adults were doing things that they shouldn't have been doing with those children while off camera. You know what I'm saying? It's like they weren't just having their own fun; they were also trying to simultaneously soft launch that idea into society. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's just not wrong. That's just not right, bro. That's just so wrong. Like, god damn, bro. Like, why are people so fixated on bringing kids into adult worlds faster? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you and your girlfriend look cute together. It's literally directed at them.
Like, see what I'm saying?
Notice all the people
Doing that shit on camera and is like that's she's like trying to soft launch it, make it okay. And then for all we know, that kind of shit is why most women think that it's okay for women to be with younger men, but if men are with younger women, then that's wrong as well. Because we don't see, I don't think celebrities do that. I don't know. No, they do that shit to little underage to minors as well, like underage girls as well. Uh, uh anyway, just leave them alone.
people cheering and laughing in the background. I don't know how old he was here, but judging from how he looks, he probably was just like a teenager. He probably wasn't even 18 yet. And you have a grown ass woman necking him, straight up essaying him in front of everybody, and people are clapping and laughing. That is such weird behavior.
Wow! I feel violated right now.
You were.
Just lean into me again. You smell amazing. See? How old are you?
Dude's doing this too. That's just not...
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
Not all of them, but...
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16.
Ew.
That's
ew.
That's fucking nasty,
Ew.
bro.
In front of everybody. Like, if people could do this in front of people, can you imagine? And it's funny because the same people who are screaming about, oh, this person I don't like, they're a PDF, they're a this, ugh, look, release the Epstein files. Every single one of them, you're probably on the island, bro. Have you seen how many of those people who scream the loudest about stuff like that, their names are also on it? No, I'm not saying, because I don't want to get sued or anything, that because they went on the plane means that they did something. Honestly, I don't even know what this freaking island fully is. I thought it was like some theme park or something where rich people go and they can afford all those really awesome rides.
What kind of theme? If Epstein Island was a theme park, what kind of theme park would it be? Like all the rides would say you must be this tall to ride, but they're all the height of an adult. Bruh, that's fucking. Oh my god, bro! I'm trying not to laugh.
And
because
then the
I'm
stuff
high,
started coming out about what people were doing there. And I'm
serious
like,
situation
yeah, that
here.
would track. But every single one of them, did
Just
they
nasty.
all know about it? Or was it the filthy rich that had the backroom doors and then they did stuff? Because like, even in America, there's some underground things that happen here in certain establishments. Doesn't mean that everyone that goes to those establishments takes part in those things. But then again, I don't know. But when you have people out here acting like this out in broad daylight with everyone around them, there's a kid here and the adults are just around him like vultures, and this is completely okay. Nobody cares. No one finds this an issue. It's
That's because, again, they're trying to, I know I keep pausing it, but it's a reaction, so chill the fuck out. They're trying to soft launch it because they want other people to they want to make it okay in society. And that's, people are shutting it down. And they're still trying to push that narrative to trying to soft launch it, bro. Just crazy.
really concerning. And these freaking celebrities are hypocrites.
Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes.
There's
what music
no
you
reason.
Music you listen.
Bro.
There is no reason for like grown man to be getting that close and right in the face of a stranger. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know Justin Bieber. That's not his kid. If it's not your kid, bro, don't even get that close. No fucking reason for it.
What in the world? Gross. And look at this bitch back here laughing her ass off. What is so funny? Disgusting.
Yeah, that's question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during
What the fuck?
one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms?
Is that the choices for his humiliation ritual that y'all are trying to prepare for? Trying to put him through?
Answer Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
You guys never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Oh. Let's talk about the album.
Bro, that is embarrassing that he has to tell this woman that these people are
Grown woman,
fucking nuts.
not a girly, like grown women like to call themselves. Grown woman, not a girly. Y'all are grown women.
That's why this is news to them. Ugh, what the actual fuck is going on?
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
The
Well,
diddler.
you try to get in contact with me,
He's
through
going
all
for
my,
him.
partners and whatnot.
And look, as someone who I've been very
Bro, it also kind of feels like they're trying to prepare him. They're trying to get him to be okay with them passing him around the entire Hollywood. Like, that's nasty, bro.
vocal about it, who was also a victim of stuff by adults, several
Oh,
adults.
shit.
Yes,
Sorry to hear that.
people can be very overt with it. There are people who are covert with it that will start a friendship with you, a very close friendship.
That's
and
fucking nasty.
It got really weird. Like, there was one of these, I'll share this real quick. There was one of these situations where there was this Italian guy in Brooklyn, not gonna say it was, and he ran a pizzeria. And I used to go there, with my friends and stuff like that. And mind you, this man was like 40s, like he was old, right? And I'm like 12 or 11. And he always used to like flirt with me and stuff. And it was actually really uncomfortable. I was still smiling at him because I
What the
smile at
fuck?
everyone. Like, that's just who I am. I smile, I say good morning, I say, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, hitting on me and stuff. Now, yes, I get it. Like, for my age, I had really big breasts and stuff, but that's not an excuse. You knew I was a child. And it got to the point where I had to get my neighbor's friend's dad.
Yo, what game is this? I gotta. Is this the Neo? Is this Neo? What game is this? I don't know. I haven't played any of the Neo ones. This might be that, or I just could be completely wrong.
To come to the pizzeria with me. Now, looking back at it probably looked very weird, but in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll just pretend this guy who looks nothing like me is my dad. So I call my actual dad Daddy. So I call this guy Daddy so that the guy, the Italian guy, the pizzeria guy wouldn't like start flirting with me in front of him because he thinks that probably this is my adopted father. Now, looking back at it, now that I know better, he probably thinks that maybe that was like my sugar daddy or something. But I was a kid, like, so it doesn't even make any sense. I don't know.
I don't know. I was gonna say, why would he think that was his sugar daddy? But at the same time, like, someone who approached a kid like that would think it's the sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? Ugh.
No, I'm just trying to rationalize it. But he was giving us dirty stares the entire time where I was like, oh, Daddy, I want that slice of pizza or a cheese one. And, to let that guy know. And I was like, hugging onto my friend's dad's arm because, just I thought that was me like, hey, I need to sell that I'm actually his kid, or this is someone that I know, so this guy doesn't try to do this to me in front of someone, Do you know that this freaking pizzeria man says, come here, and pulls me aside near the back room where the restroom is, and he straight up gets mad to me. Now, I've never had any other interaction with the store owner past me being friendly as a fucking child, and he straight up tells me, what are you doing, huh? Are you trying to make me upset? How do you think that makes me feel? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there because I don't know what to do. I'm staying there like about to cry because now this guy is like mad at me for, as a child, being with like it. Just the audacity. That's the other thing. Like, when I think about it, like back then, I was like, okay, I'm not going back to this place. If my friends want to go in there, I'm not going inside there. No, thank you. And then I'm just like, my dumb ass was like, I'm sorry. Because like, what was I supposed to do, And then he was like, Like, he was so angry. And the way he was looking at Robbie's dad, it was like, dude, I was so done. It's the audacity for me. So when I see this happening, I actually know, because I've been there, been held down by people and shit. Like, it is not fun. And that's why I'm vocal about it, because I need parents to know, hey, these are things that could happen. You could be the best parent ever and do everything that you're supposed to do, and shit still happens. But here are some things to watch out for. Question your kids constantly. Always talk to them, because I was going to take this to my grave until my ex-boyfriend, basically, while we were sharing, because the same thing happened to him, called my mom at work to tell her it happened to me. And now I'm like, oh shit, now I have to tell my mom what happened and let her know that one of those people is one of her brothers.
Yeah, you should have definitely told her that. Like, what the fuck? Hell nah. Yeah, that dude needs to be on a list. Like, watch that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If not, put him in. Well, I was gonna say put him in prison, but I don't think he did anything prison that could get him in prison. But I don't know, to be honest. I don't know that law about that shit. But yeah, nah. You should have told him.
Do you know how fucking awkward that was, bro? And then she made me confront my uncle. Like, this shit was just really wild. So I feel it. I really feel it for the children in Hollywood, because it feels like no one is looking out for them whatsoever. And I just think about things like in Justin Bieber's case or other kids in Hollywood's case. Just consider this for a moment, that I had a very good support structure and people who loved me and a family who loved me, an awesome dad. My mom was in the States at the time, but I had people around me, women in my life, that did what they could to protect me. And even with all of that, all those things still happen to me. How much more do you think is happening when nobody's looking out for these kids right in the nest of these freaking vampires in Hollywood? And so when you see an article like this and them getting all like, oh my God, he set boundaries, it's like, it reads like it never computed to them to do the same. Weird behavior.
I mean, god damn, bro. Like, I see why, like, I see why so many women think men are trash. Now, as far as victims go, I'm guessing there's fewer victims that actually have been through what she just described, said that she went through. I feel like there's fewer victims of those than women who claim they have gone through something like that when they really haven't, which makes things difficult for the actual victims to get, for people to start believing them. Or at least it's starting to get like that, because there's the number out of false accusations and false reports are starting to outweigh the true victims. And so that's kind of bullshit. It kind of sucks that the true victims have to suffer like that, bro.
Someone else says, the bar for Hollywood professionalism is so low that acting like a normal adult around a teenager is newsworthy, right? Cavil set boundaries and the industry treats it like he invented fire. Yes, exactly. Wow. What I'm more even shocked at is that they're even sharing this, because you would think they would have the self-awareness to be like, yeah, this is gonna make us look bad if we would. No, they had no self-awareness, none whatsoever. Like, what?
I don't know. I think it could be, I think he could be giving other people, like other adults, the ones that are really guilty. I think he could try and be setting an example for them to follow, or at least like maybe taking soft shots. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, obviously, of the lives of actors and the things they go through. But I think, he's gonna have some haters. He's definitely gonna have some people that are mad at him for doing that. Like within his not his circle, but within his career circle. You know what I'm saying?
What do you need boundaries in place? Exactly. And the thing is, he everything that Henry Cavill's done that I've seen so far, he's been a stand-up person. And he cares about the source material in The Witcher. They flop him. They're like, no. He is a good person. They find some way to shit on him or not cast him for roles. Or just like, it's like you get punished for being a good person in Hollywood. The shittier you are, is the more people look up to you. Look at Pascal and how he is
I don't know if they look up to you. It's like they have to. By that point, by some point, like you're just gonna be higher up in the food chain than them, and so they have to, smile and wave because you have made sure to show your power in front of them, likely.
With people, and now it's like, yes. But it's funny because I think they're turning on him because I think he came out as gay or whatever, didn't come out as gay, whatever. I feel like some of that is performative because of all the backlash he was getting with how he was being handsy with women. And so he was like, oh, well, I'll just show people I'm with the guy. So, hey, it's okay if I touch your crotch, right? But anyway.
You see there's this one comment. Second comment says, this is how he talks to unattractive women in general. No, he's trying to set boundaries with a minor while making shows or acting or whatever, his co-star. So how is that? Don't dilute it to like this is how he treats all ugly, unattractive women, as if Millie Bobby Brown was hotter, then he wouldn't treat her like that. He wouldn't set those boundaries. Don't say that. Don't do that. Nah, he's setting a boundary because she's a fucking minor, bro. And he's trying to respect her, and she's a woman, so he's trying to respect the fact that she's a woman and a minor. So he's like, no, you guys have to have these boundaries. Don't ask me about this. Blah 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 blah. Like, don't try to say he would do it if she was hot, bro. That's fucked up.
That's how he talks to unattractive women in general. That's messed up.
Oh, now she reads it.
Bro, oh no, stop it. But yeah, I don't know, it's wild to me. And I'm wondering, like, okay, these comments are good so far. Why is it, what women are angry about this? Someone said, I thought he had to lay down the rules because she was overly friendly. Meanwhile, Drake, it's kind of sad that it's breaking news whenever a
Drake
popular actor
like,
is an ASO or an offender. People are getting bizarrely angry and vindictive over about this report of a man behaving. Who?
I also think he was that Henry Cavill was trying to show Millie how her older co-stars should be treating her. He's like showing an example that this is how other actors should be treating you. Other older actors should be treating you, but they don't. So now, do you think that's going to give Millie the impression that these other co-stars that she's able to get so close to, do you think she's gonna start to understand? Like, he's trying to protect her in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Who is getting what? Who? What in the world is happening? I'm still.
All right. Well, anyway, this probably looks like it's gonna be the same thing for the rest of it. But anyway, I'm going to leave the link to the video in the comments below. So if you want to watch it, go check the whole thing out. Shout out to Al Tiori. Yeah. There's about another 15 minutes on there. 15, 18, 19 minutes. Anyway, I'm out. Peace. Much love to you.